My project is called This Time Is Not the Place, and it's a VR experience investigating the ways in which technology dislocates the human sensorium from the physical space in which it's situated in. I bring the viewer through an experience where their sense of space is messed around with a little bit, where they have a very long familiarity with the space that they are in, and they're looking around, and then at a certain point I start to change the references to how the space in which they're in relates to their body. And I find this is a way that technology is advancing in our society, both culturally, societally, and physically.
And I'm here to present my work, Sound, a Tributary of Touch, which revolves around intimacy and about communication. So most of our communication is based on linguistics nowadays. We use a lot of our phones, a lot of writing. I've created this performance that allows for the artist and the visitor to have a physical conversation that generates sounds. So in essence, we're generating the sound of our skin.
It was strange because the first instance was the touch of this other being that you don't even visually see.
During the summer sessions, I wanted to work with the vacuum and vacuum and sound. And I made a few collaborations, some of the organizations and institutes in Ljubljana, then the Institute Josef Stefan for the research in physics, who helped me kind of do the research and finally do the project. So the origin is a work that explores the properties of sound in low pressure environments. So in this case, what we're seeing is, or what we're hearing is that the audio feedback loop, which is embedded in a sphere that is being vacuumed, is exhibiting some interesting properties once it is being depressurized. And in the long run, if I may say so, I would like to make music for cosmonauts where I could replicate different kinds of atmospheres, air compositions, and pressures in our solar system perhaps, and see what happens with sound if you're on Mars, or if you're on Venus, or maybe on the moon.
For this project, I went with the summer session of V2 to Art Center Nabi in Korea, in Seoul in Korea. And I created an audio photo book because I wanted to research the relationship between still frame and sound. And the places that I went to were places that Sébastien Robert, who's a photographer, he was also there. I went to the exact places where he took his pictures half a year before I was there. And I used those pictures to research this fact. So I recorded sound in exactly the same places to put together in the book. And what I also noticed when I presented this project in Korea is that people react quite weirdly to the fact that they see a still picture with sounds. They're normally used to see moving images with sound, and with a still picture, with a still frame, they don't know how long to look at it. I think this is quite interesting. This is something I want to research more in the future.